All right, look, I've been in tech since 1974, okay? I've seen it all, mainframes, the cloud, you name it, every single revolution that was supposed to change everything. But what happened on December 23rd, 2025? Trust me, this is different. This isn't just another trend, no. This is an extinction-level event for a certain kind of tech job. Do you know who did this? The Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. Yeah, the OCC. They just rewrote the rules for the entire banking world. And with a single stroke of a pen, they might have just signed your career's death warrant. So for the last decade, right, the magic number was $50 billion. 50 billion. You cross that line and bam, you're a covered bank. That means you're living under the thumb of some pretty extreme rules. The new line, you ready for this? 700 billion. They didn't just move the goalposts here. They dynamited the entire stadium and sold the rubble for scrap. It's a whole new game. And if you want to understand why this is so critical, why your job is suddenly on the chopping block, you've got to look at one bank. Just one. The one sitting right on the bleeding edge of this new reality. U.S. Bank. Okay, so let's get into the numbers. U.S. Bank just dropped their Q4 earnings report. And where are they at? $695 billion in total consolidated assets. Remember that number. And what's the new regulatory line in the sand? That's right, $700 billion. You do the math, that is a $5 billion gap. 5. For a bank this massive, that is a rounding error. It's nothing. They are inches away from total regulatory freedom, and believe me, they know it. They've basically just been taken off the strict parent list. You know, the one where every single move is watched and scrutinized. And where did they go? They got put on the go wild list, where the only rule is to innovate faster and break things. The leash is completely off. Okay, so why should you care? Why does this make your job obsolete? It's simple, really. The entire philosophy of how we regulate, it just flipped. We've pivoted from a world that cared about process to a world that only cares about outcomes. So in the old world, and by old world I mean like last week, the OCC wanted to see a human, a real person checking a box. They wanted to see your manual logs. They demanded proof that a warm body physically touched the system and verified everything. It was all about process, all about paperwork. But now, in this new world, the OCC's new favorite phrase is reduce regulatory burden. You're going to hear that a lot. They literally do not care how you prove you're secure anymore. They just care that you are secure. You get it? They're asking for automated governance, not your dusty handwritten logbooks. Just look at this table. Seriously, look at it. This isn't just a small change. It's a culling. We are going from 38 covered banks all the way down to just 8. 8. That means 30 major institutions, including our friends at U.S. Bank, just got a get-out-of-jail-free card. The whole game just flipped from show your work to just get the right damn answer. And what this does is it creates a fundamental conflict, a battle between two completely different species in this new world. You have the administrator and you have the engineer. And guess what? Only one of them is going to survive. So let's talk about the old school DBA, the administrator. What do they say? Their entire value proposition is the manual task. Oh, I manually verified the database backups. I checked the box. I watched the monitor. I followed the procedure. That's their world. Then you have the engineer, the architect. What do they say? Something completely different. Their value isn't in doing the task. It's in making the task completely obsolete. They build systems that govern themselves, that heal themselves. Systems that don't need a human babysitter looking over their shoulder. And this new species, well, it has a name. The Database Reliability Engineer, or DRE. And listen, this is not just some fancy new title. It is a fundamental philosophy change. A DRE doesn't do the boring operational work. No, they write the code that automates that work right out of existence. So that brings us to right now, to you. You have a choice to make. And it's simple, it's brutal. And let me be perfectly clear, it is not optional. You either evolve or you are going to be replaced. Period. So what's the path forward? It's 2 steps. Step 1, stop calling yourself a manager of databases. That's a clerical title. It's from the last century. Just stop. Step 2, start acting like a designer of data systems. You're an architect now, not a janitor cleaning up messes. You cannot lose sight of what just happened here. The federal government. The government just gave 30 of the biggest banks in the country a massive financial incentive to fire their paper pushers and hire more engineers. They just got a bright green light to automate you right out of a job. So where does that leave you, the traditional DBA? Think about it. It leaves you standing in a room full of coders, clutching a dusty old procedures manual, while every single one of them is busy writing the script that makes your job and your manual completely and utterly useless.
So the choice is yours. Evolve or get out of the way.